Hi everybody, SmurfyDan here, and welcome to a very special read-along live stream for tonight. For tonight, we will be going to read you a very special book. It happens to be the first book of the Railway series, published on May 12, 1945, which was 76 years ago, starring Edward, Gordon, and Henry. Yeah. It's all started when Christopher Audrey, the son of Reverend W. Audrey, the other, hence the name on the book, had been bedridden with measles at the age of 2. And that's when, after Rupert Audrey failing to do some nursery rhymes, with the exception of the one rhyme in which it reads, "Early morning, standing in the station, all the little engines standing in the row," etc., etc., etc. Inspired by rhyme, Wilbert drawing some engines with smiling faces, all of them except for one. That happens to be a very sad one. Hence, Christopher pointed out and asked, why is the engine sad, Daddy? Well, Wilbert said, he hadn't been out for a very long time. Why hasn't he been out for a long time, Daddy? Well, the other engines were all bigger than he is, so the drivers chose them first. And that's the name came into his head. What's the engine's name, Daddy? Edward. And thus we will be going into the very first story, Edward's Day Out. Once upon a time, there was a little engine called Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. The driver will choose you again, they said. He wants big, strong engines like us. Edward had not been out for a long time. He began to feel sad. Just then, the driver and fireman came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward.
Why are you sad?
He asked.
Would you like to come out today?
Yes, please,
said Edward. So the fireman lit a fire and made lots of steam. Then the driver pulled the lever and Edward puffed away.
Beep, beep!
He whistled.
Look at me now!
The others were very cross at being left behind. Away went Edward to get some coaches.
Be careful, Edward,
said the coaches.
Don't bump and bang us like the other engines do.
So Edward came up to the coaches very, very gently, and the shunter fastened a coupling.
Thank you, Edward,
said the coaches.
That was kind. We are glad you're taking us today.
Then they went to the station, where the people were waiting.
Beep, beep!
Whistled Edward.
Get in quickly, please.
So the people got in quickly, and Edward waited happily for the guard to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. He waited and waited. There was no whistle, no green flag.
Beep, 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 beep! Oh, where is that guard?
Edward was getting anxious. The driver and fireman asked the station master.
Have you seen the guard?
No, he said. They asked the porter.
Have you seen the guard?
Yes, last night, said the porter. Edward began to get cross.
Are we ever going to start?
He said. Just then, the little boy shouted,
Here he comes!
And there the guard was, running down the hill with his flags in one hand and a sandwich in the other. He ran onto the platform, blew his whistle, and jumped into his van, and Edward puffed off. He did have a happy day. All the children ran to wave as he went past, and he met old friends at all the stations. He worked so hard that the driver promised to take him out again next day.
I'm going out again tomorrow,
He told the other engines that night in the shed.
What do you think of that?
But he didn't hear what they thought, for he was so tired and happy that he fell asleep at once. And that's when we will come to the next story. And that we will be meeting Gordon the Big Engine in Edward and Gordon. One of the engines in Edward's shed was called Gordon. He was very big and very proud. Oh, where is Gordon? Who's let me see. Sorry for a bit of a delay. Let me see who's. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you are. Andrew, there you are. Please change to your Gordon avatar before we can continue.
Oh,
See, there was a little button next. There's a little button next to the microphone where you can get to click on the second button called Edit Audio Avatar, and then you can change your avatar to the character you're playing. That's Gordon.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right. Unfortunately, I won't be able to change it at the moment, but well.
Never mind. Shall we carry on? Sorry for the delay, folks.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Mostly my fault, but all right.
No, that's okay. No,
all right.
I don't.
All right. You watched me this afternoon, little Edward.
He boasted.
As I rushed through with the express. That will be a splendid sight for you.
Just then, his driver pulled a lever.
Goodbye, little Edward,
said Gordon as he puffed away.
Look out for me this afternoon.
Edward went off too to do some shunting. All right, I'm going to add in Elliot as well. Oh, wait. Anyway, that'll
quickly take me off, Daniel, because I've got a line at the end. I got. If you quickly take me off, then put me back on when it gets to the hill. Just take me off, put the other person back on, and then be back when you can.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Scott. There you go. We'll see you when we added you back to the live stream. You can come back at any time.
Well, I'm Edward's driver. Don't forget.
Yeah, it's Edward's driver. I won't forget.
All right, cheers.
All right, see you then. Again, sorry for the delay, folks.
Okay, guys, I'm in.
Wait. I hadn't finished the part yet. Let me start here. Edward liked shunting. It was fun playing with trucks. He would come up quietly and gave them a pull.
Oh!
Screamed the trucks.
Whatever is happening.
Then he would stop, and the silly trucks would go bump into each other.
Oh!
They cried again. All right. Edward pushed them until they were running nicely, and when they weren't expecting it, he would stop. One of them would be sure to run onto another line. Edward played until there were no more trucks. Then he stopped to rest. Presently, he heard a whistle. Pooh, pooh! Gordon came puffing along very slowly and very crossly. Instead of nice shining coaches, he was pulling a lot of very dirty coal trucks.
A goods train! A goods train! A goods train!
He grumbled.
The shame of it! The shame of it! Oh, the shame of it!
He went slowly through with the trucks clattering and banging behind him. Edward laughed and went to find some more trucks. Soon afterwards, a porter came and spoke to Edward's driver. Gordon can't get up the hill. Will you take Edward and push him, please? They found Gordon halfway up the hill and very cross. His driver and fireman spoke to him severely. Oh, wait. Let me finish that. His driver and fireman were talking to him severely. All right. Let me see if Sol's in. Yep. It's your turn, Sol.
Come on, Gordon. You're not even trying.
They told him,
I can't do it!
said Gordon.
The noisy trucks hold an engine back so. If they were coaches now, clean and sensible things that come quietly, that would be different. Much different.
Right,
Very
Sol.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That means that it's time for me to re-add Scott here. You might come back at later story. The fourth story. So I won't forget it.
You might as well take me off now then, Daniel.
Yeah, and Elliot too. Because you only appeared for the second story. Nice
That's
hearing
okay.
you again.
No worries.
Yeah, you take care now.
Take care, Dan. Take care,
Yeah, you
guys,
too.
and good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And so we'll be seeing you on the fourth story.
Okay. See ya.
All right. See you then. Edward's driver came up.
We've got the push.
He said,
No use at all.
said Gordon,
You wait and see.
said Edward's driver. They brought the train back to the bottom of the hill. Edward came up. They brought the train back to the bottom of the hill. Edward came up behind the brake van, ready to push,
Beep, beep. I'm ready.
said Edward.
Poop, poop, no good.
Grumbled Gordon. The guard blew his whistle, and they pulled and pushed as hard as they could.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Puffed Gordon.
I will do it. I will do it. I will do it.
Puffed Edward.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
They puffed together. Edward puffed and pushed. Wait. Edward pushed and puffed and puffed and pushed as hard as he ever could. As hard as ever he could. And almost before he realized it, Gordon found himself at the top of the hill.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it.
He said proudly, and forgot all about Edward pushing behind. He didn't wait to say thank you, but ran on so fast that he passed 2 stations before his driver could. But he ran on so fast, he didn't wait to say thank you, but ran on so fast that he passed 2 stations before his driver could make him stop. Edward had pushed so hard that when he got to the top, he was out of breath. Gordon ran on so fast that Edward was left behind. The guard waved and waved, but Edward couldn't catch up. He ran on to the next station, and there the driver and fireman said they were very pleased with him. The fireman gave him a nice long drink of water, and the driver said,
I'll get up my pay tomorrow and give you a beautiful new coat of blue with red stripes. Then you'll be the smartest engine in the shed.
and that's Edward and Gordon. The next engine we will be meeting is Henry the Green Engine, and he has a very sensibility about water and rain that might be ruining his coat of paint. I wonder why. Let's find out what happens in the sad story of Henry. Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and never came out again. The engine's name was Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he would not move.
The rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes,
he said. The guard blew his whistle till he had no more breath, and waved his flags till his arms ached. But Henry still stayed in the tunnel and blew steam at him.
I am not going to spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes for you,
he said rudely. The passengers came and argued too, but Henry would not move. A fat director who was on the train told the guard to get a rope.
We will pull you out,
he said, but Henry only blew steam at him and made him wet. They hooked the rope on and all pulled, except the fat director.
My doctor has forbidden me to pull.
They pulled and pulled and pulled, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Then they tried pushing from the other end. The fat director said,
1, 2, 3, push!
But it did not help.
My doctor has forbidden me to push.
They pushed and pushed and pushed, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. At last another train came. The guard waved his flag and stopped it. The 2 engine drivers, the 2 firemen, and the 2 guards went and argued with him. The 2 engine drivers, the 2 firemen, and the 2 guards went and argued with Henry. All right. Looks like it's Dylan's turn to play his lines, which means I had to re-add him back. All right. Sorry again for the delay, folks. Just had to wait for oh wait, there he is. There he is. Now, Dylan, if you can change to your passengers avatar, like, oh yeah, that was quick. Oh wait, there he is. There he is. Yep, there you go. Now, Dylan, if you can change to your passengers avatar, like, oh yeah, that was quick. Oh wait, there he is. There he is. Yep, there you go. Now, Dylan, if you can change to your passengers avatar. Was that my voice? That was quick. Echoing. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
There he is. Yep.
Oh, brother.
Are we ready?
Oh my gosh. Whoops. Again, sorry for the delay and some technical difficulties from Dylan's end. Whoops.
Okay.
Again, sorry for the delay and some technical difficulties from Dylan's end.
Look, it has stopped raining.
They said.
Yes, but it will begin again soon,
said Henry.
And what will become of my green paint with red stripes then?
So they brought the other engine. Up, and it pushed and puffed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever it could. But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. So they gave it up. They told Henry, the vac controller,
we shall leave you there for always and always and always.
They took up the old rails. Built a wall in front of him, and cut a new tunnel. Now Henry can't get out, and he watches the trains rushing through the new tunnel. He is very sad because no one will ever see his lovely green paint with red stripes again. But I think he deserved it, don't you? Ah, poor Henry. Yes, it's been unfair of him being such a show-off about his red coat, but I honestly don't think he deserved this horrible fate. I mean, he much deserved to be a really useful engine, but who knows what might happen next? In the final story of the book, Edward, Gordon, and Henry. Edward and Gordon often went through the tunnel where Henry was shut up. Edward would say,
Beep, beep. Hello.
and Gordon would say,
Poop, poop, poop. Serves you right.
Poor Henry had no steam to answer. His fire had gone out. Soot and dirt from the tunnel roof had spoiled his lovely green paint and red stripes. He was cold and unhappy, and wanted to come out and pull trains too. Gordon always pulled the express. He was proud of being the only engine strong enough to do it. There were many heavy coaches. There were many heavy coaches full of important people, like the fat director who had punished Henry. Gordon was seeing how fast he could go.
Hurry, hurry, hurry!
He panted. Oh wait, that means I have to remove one of the people Sorry, Elliot. I might have to make room for Liam. That he's playing coaches here. Maybe you can come back anytime later here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Who else to? Oh dear. Let's see. Sorry, Sol. I tried to make room for Liam, but I couldn't add him to a stream, which means you shall have to re-enter the live stream once I kicked you out, but you can come back once I reached your lines, if it's okay.
Hey, Danny, why don't you take me off again?
Or at least Scott, yeah. Until I reached that director lines. All right, that will solve it. There you go. Thank you, Scott.
See you in a minute.
You can come back at any time. See ya. Now for Liam. There you go.
Yeah, welcome back.
I've reached your...
truck. Oh, sorry. Am I going?
I've reached your lines now.
Okay. Chickadee truck. Chickadee truck. Chickadee truck.
Said the coaches. Gordon could see Henry's tunnel in front.
In a minute,
He thought.
I'll poop, poop, poop at Henry and rush through and out into the open again.
Closer and closer he came. He was almost there when quack! Whoosh! He was in a cloud of steam and going slower and slower. His driver stopped the train.
What has happened to me?
Asked Gordon.
I feel so weak.
That's when I will have to re-add Soul here. All right, Liam. That's when I will have to remove you here for a while. But you can re-enter. That's when once I reach your coach's line again. Just in case, I might re-add you. Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right. Thanks.
I could remove myself if you like me to.
No, you're fine for now.
Okay.
All right. Now I've reached to your lines, so there you go.
You burst your safety valve.
Said his driver.
You can't pull the train anymore.
Oh dear.
Said Gordon.
Oh, we were going so nicely too. Look at Henry laughing at me.
Gordon made a face at Henry and blew smoke at him. Everybody got out and came to see Gordon. All right, let's see if I can re-add Scott here. Oh no, that means didn't roll.
You can remove me.
So? Oh, wait, someone else had left, so you're okay. Right, here we are. Scott, it's your turn,
Okay.
said the fat director.
I never like these big engines. Always going wrong. Send for another engine at once.
While the guard went to find one, they uncoupled Gordon and ran him onto the siding out of the way.
Really?
The only engine left in the shed was Edward,
I'll come and try.
he said. Gordon saw him coming,
Ha! That's no use.
he said.
Edward can't pull the train.
Edward puffed and pulled and pulled and puffed, but he couldn't move the heavy coaches,
I told you so.
said Gordon rudely.
Why not let Henry try?
Yes,
Said the fat director.
I will. Will you help pull this train, Henry?
He asked,
Yes, sir.
said Henry at once. So Gordon's driver and fireman lit his fire. Some plate layers broke down the wall and put back the rails. And when he had steam up, Henry puffed out. He was dirty, his boiler was black, and he was covered in cobwebs.
Ooh, I'm so stiff. Ooh, I'm so stiff.
He groaned.
You better have a run to ease your joints. So let me try that again. You better have a run to ease your joints and find a turntable,
said the fat director kindly. Henry came back feeling better. Sorry, it's just had to mute one of you to avoid a bit of interruptions. Thank you.
I volunteer.
Okay, you're up for it. There you go. Henry came back feeling
Thanks for
better.
having me on.
Oh. Right.
Here,
Henry came back. Okay. Henry came back feeling better, and they put him in front. Henry came back feeling better. Henry came back feeling better, and they put him in front.
Pete,
Said Edward.
I'm ready.
Beep, beep, beep.
Said Henry.
So am I.
Pull hard, pull hard, pull hard.
Puffed Edward.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Puffed Henry.
Pull hard,
We'll do it.
pull hard,
We'll do it.
pull hard.
We'll do it.
They puffed together. The heavy coaches jerked and began to move, slowly at first, then faster and faster.
We've done it together.
We've done it together. We've done it
Done it together.
Said
Yeah,
Edward
not
and Henry. There you are, Liam. It's your turn now.
You've done it! You've done it! Hooray! You've done it! Hooray! You've done it! Hooray!
Sang the coaches. All the passengers were excited. The fat director leaned out of the window to wave to Edward and Henry, but the train was going so fast that his hat blew off into the field where a goat headed for his tea.
Meh.
Meh.
Did we cast a goat in this?
They never stopped till they came to the big station at the end of the line. Okay, let me re-add Dylan here. Is it okay for me to remove you again to re-add Dylan, Liam?
Got a scoot.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Whoops! I accidentally added Gordon when I was supposed to adding in the passengers. Sorry. All right. All right. Dylan can come back.
I'm here.
There he is. The passengers all got out and said,
Thank you.
Thank you. And the fat rector promised Henry a new coat of paint.
Would you like blue and red?
Yes, please.
Said Henry.
Then I'll be like Edward.
Edward and Henry went home quietly, and on their way, they helped Gordon back to the shed. All three engines are now great friends. Wasn't Henry pleased when he got? Wasn't Henry pleased when he had his new coat? He is very proud of it, as all good engines are. He is very proud of it, as all good engines are. But he doesn't mind the rain now, because he knows that the best way to keep his paint is because he knows that the best way to keep his paint nice is not to run into tunnels, but to ask his driver to rub him down when the day's work is over. The end.
Hey.
And that's the three Wowie engines, everybody.
Yay! All right, I quite enjoyed that.
There we are. There's your Census anniversary video for you. The three Wowie engines, starring Ironhide 251 as Henry, Tommel Mark as Edward. Oh yeah. It's so nice to see you around, Dylan. Would it be okay for me to add whimsy pipes, please?
Of course. I just want to say it's been a pleasure of joining in. So, bye-bye.
Yes, till next time. Thank you. And whimsy pipes has Gordon.
Hey, thank you so much for making me a part of this. It's been a great honor.
Yep, you're all welcome. So, it had been a very special live stream, hasn't it, everybody?
Indeed.
You can say that again.
Yep. So until next time, thank you all for joining us for a special read-along story, the stories of the three railway engines. So, with that said, this is SmurfyDan signing off, giving a jibble, toot toot, farewell, and goodbye.
Hasta luego.
Toot toot. Bye-bye.
Goodbye to everyone.
Goodbye.
Fucking show.
We see Thomas next.
No,
Oh yeah, we should. We totally